This is a Fender Mexican Strat. I think it came stock with the Floyd Rose on it and a locking nut. And we're going to take this off and put on a beautiful stainless steel Sophia 292 with a titanium block and a Uno in it. And we'll show you that in a minute. But for now, I'm going to take the Floyd off and I'll be back with you guys in a minute. So we checked this. It's the size on this is 37 millimeters. You measure, there's about a 1.5 millimeter spring assembly between the springs and its reinforcement. And so we measure the sizes from here. And 37 millimeters. So we'll put a 37 millimeter titanium block on the Sophia in a few minutes. So we had the old trem pulled off, and now we're prototyping with stainless steel. And this is kind of a nice finish, plus the texturing for holding the macro tuners. And we put on a 37 millimeter titanium block that was Uno equipped. And so we've adjusted this with the screw here for the length that it needs to protrude before it gives way. That's a Uno in there, so it's pretty firm. And so when you put it in position alone, you can see when the Uno hits the body, the long nose, that the base plate here is parallel to the body where it's supposed to be, or essentially 90 degrees to the riser posts. And if you flip the guitar to look at it, you can see that the nose of the Uno is hitting perfectly. And will compress when you pull up and maintain this position when you come back from dives. So we'll finish this out in a second. On this guitar, to finish out the prototyping fun, we have some macro tuners that are from the molds, and they're called RAW. Here they are, and each of them have some mold marks on them. They're completely unfinished, and we're calling it the RAW edition. It's a singular edition. This is the only 6 that we have in the world, and we match them with these nice silver tuners, knobs, and the best tuner knob and tuner pin combination we have to date. We're going to put this on here and set it up for you. So you have stainless steel to stainless steel to stainless steel to stainless steel with a stainless steel arm and a titanium block. We'll be back. You can watch us put it together. Okay, so stainless steel tuner pins, nice silver knobs, stainless steel, steel, titanium and brass, and the Uno. This is an HD, so it's gonna be pretty firm. And they were amazing for chords, and they'll hold the tuning of the bridge very close if you break a string, so it's pretty handy. HDs. See you in a second. So, the scale on this is 25.5 inches. So it's here at 12 3/4, and I center this on the 12th fret, make sure this is in position, and you can see the intonation point for the macro tuner is dead on. So now we're going to put the springs and strings on and finish the setup. We'll be with you as we go. So someone asked me about the way I put strings on. I don't know where I learned it. I don't think I invented it. But the idea is that when you come up here, you put it through the loop, you come on the inside, up and around, and so that when you turn it, you're actually turning on the string, which means it's locked. And there's not a lot of extra windings, it's not hard to get off. If it breaks there, it's not, you can't tie it together like a knot, but that's about the only shortcoming I know about it. And that's the way I'm gonna do the rest of it. It's very easy. And I find that once you do it with the tremolo up, it's about 6 turns to get to where you need to do, so when this comes back, it's in tune. Just generally as a working point. So I'm putting it through here. Please remember to lock before you tension. This not only locks the string, and you don't have to over tension. There's a lot of the tension held by the ball end. It will hold in either direction, but there's no reason to over tighten it at this point. And that means that once you have tightened it down, you can tune. So basically, after putting it into position like this, you come in. I make an L curve or an L shape there, so it's kind of locked, and I don't have to worry about the string flopping around anymore. And because my hands are free, I can just slip it back underneath it and then pull it back over again, holding it down and turning it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's locking on itself. If you ever worry, you can take it down, but the string is, it can't move. It's just self-locking at that point. And so here, and that's how I string the guitar. So we're going to finish off the rest of the strings and we'll get back to you in a minute. You can turn this further. And so I'm making it a little shorter because in this setup, once I had done it, I found that the base plate wasn't exactly sitting on the body correctly. I wanted to be more like that. So for that to happen, the nose has to come back a little bit. So in which case, I flip it over, use the arm to more or less take the tension off the same thing, and you can threading it in to makes it go this way it removes it. So now hits the body there. So now it's truly parallel to the body top. So for this to work, it sharpened the guitar a little bit, so I have to compensate in part here and then probably drop the strings down a little bit before I'm finished. So now it's sitting pretty close. Good. Okay, so we got it set up. Here's a good G chord. Back from the drop, pulling up. It's a little bit better from the pulls. I still have to chest it out, but I think that this guitar hasn't been strung up for about a year or something, so it's a little sensitive. But there you go. Yeah, so thank you for checking out this interesting upgrade for this Mexican Strat with a Floyd. And again, we have this beautiful stainless steel prototype base plate, or stainless steel risers here from the Fender originally. And then we have raw bodies, which we're curious about how it's going to sound. There's obviously stainless steel macro tuner pins, and these are aluminum nods, stainless steel lock screw and lock lever. And the arm is stainless steel too. We have a little brass here. There's a little bit of brass between here and the titanium, and then the Uno just sits here. And we're using our famous copper-coated springs that get rid of acoustical noise and clacking, and also improve the capacitance in the guitar. So thanks again for checking in here in the Sophia Hills with Sophia Tremolos. Thanks again. Until next time.